I'm going to show you how to play the first part of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. Moonlight Sonata, you've got these three notes to start off with. I'm just going to play the first part because that'll get you enough to where you can play it, end it in a C sharp minor sound. It starts off with G sharp, C sharp, E. Now that's a C sharp minor chord, 1, 3, 5 on C sharp, black, white, black. But Beethoven takes the G sharp and he puts it down here. So you're going to have G sharp, C sharp, E, and then he plays 4 of those. Now, I usually use my thumb on that. I usually use these fingers, but I'm going to use these fingers so that I can get out of the way and you can see the letters as much as possible. I'm covering up that C. G sharp, C sharp, E. Okay? There you go if you're having trouble seeing them. There's our letters right there. G sharp, C sharp, E. Now I'm going to play those, and he starts off with a bass note. The bass is going to go C sharp. Now it's written for octaves in the bass, so I'm going to play it just like I've got octaves, although on this keyboard I can't play the octave because my piano doesn't go down that far. So I'm going to play it just the same way, but I'm going to play a C sharp. He's going to do that, then he's going to go to B, then the bass goes to A, then it goes to F sharp, then to G sharp, to G sharp, and then it ends with a C sharp octave with a G sharp in the middle. Okay. Now the first C sharp, he's going to play that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the same notes and go to B. 2, 3, 4. Then when the bass changes to A, this G sharp changes to A. Now you have an A major triad, A, C sharp, E. So you've just changed one note. You've gone from a C sharp minor to an A major, A. But we only play that twice. 1, 2, then to an F sharp in the bass. And we're going to a D major chord with an A, and the A is brought down here. Okay. And once you get that far, I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to go back through it and play it again. You got. And remember, I'm covering up these notes right here. C sharp, 3 times, 4 times, B, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, F sharp. Now once you get to there, you're going to have a G sharp in the bass, but Beethoven changes the chord every single beat. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, then he crawls back up to the original, and then he's going to hit an octave at once. Now it sounds harder than it is right there. Here's your original notes. There's your original notes. So what Beethoven does there is he stretches this note down 1, this note up to the F sharp. So he goes, then he goes back to the original. Then he brings this note to a D sharp. Then he holds the D sharp and he moves these notes down. So he moves this down to there and this down to the C. So he goes from, this is the sequence. G sharp, C, F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, E, G sharp, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, C, D sharp, then down to an E, G sharp, C sharp, then crawls right back up, just like going up a ladder. And he plays that original notes twice, then he hits an octave. And you've got a 1, 2, 3 with a little 16th note G sharp on that. So you've got, then the notes change. So getting to the octave there, you've got, and then you change these 2 notes to a D sharp and F sharp. And you're going to hold the octave. You play that 3 times, you hit the octave again. Then you go back to that, you only play it twice, and you go to an A. Okay, once we get to the A right there, you've got a C sharp, F sharp. So, I'm going to start from the beginning so that we can get into it. I may do this a couple of times here. And you can't go too slow on this piece. I guess you could, but if you just don't get in a rush for it, because it's very slow, it's peaceful. One of the writers, when Beethoven first played it, he said in his write-up in the paper the next day that it reminded him of the moon rising over Lake Geneva in Switzerland. So it's a very peaceful setting, this piece, and that's where it got the name Moonlight Sonata. Now remember, you got 3 notes in the bass on that last thing, and when you do this, you go to a C in the bass, and then you change these notes to a D sharp, F sharp. Then Beethoven goes right back to the C sharp. Then he goes to an A in the bass. And you've got, instead of a C sharp E, you've got a C sharp F sharp. Now, here's where I'm going to end it for today, but I'm going to play that ending right on through it. He goes to a B in the bass, B octaves, and here you've got a G sharp, B, E. So we're setting up for an E major sound. So you've got, let's see, you've got B in the bass. Beethoven puts a 9th in there, but it's very difficult to play unless you've got big hands. An A to a B. So what I recommend is when you go right there, you've got a E sharp, B, E, G sharp. Then you go to an F sharp here, and you've got an A right there. A, B, D sharp, B. Just play the B by itself. You don't have to have that A held in there. Sounds just as good. And then he ends it by going to an E major sound. Then to an E minor sound. And then he goes on. Then he goes on from there. But what we're going to do is we're going to end it there. Just about any place in this piece, Beethoven's piece, you can end it by just going to a C sharp minor arpeggio. Which is actually the way Beethoven ends the piece. At the very end of the piece, it's a 4-page piece. I'm playing just the first page of that, but he ends it with a C sharp minor arpeggio. He starts it with a C sharp minor arpeggio and ends it with that. So anywhere in there, you can pretty much go to that and end the piece, which is what we're going to do today. So we're going to go. Then we're going to end with a C sharp minor arpeggio. Play the Moonlight Sonata now for you with my hands back so that you can see it and straight through with that ending going right to the C sharp minor arpeggio. Here we go from the beginning. G sharp, D sharp, F sharp. C in the bass. Actually C in the bass with a G sharp in the middle of it. Right there you go to an F sharp. C sharp, F sharp. The notes right there, G sharp, B, E, and a B in the bass. And right there, that is F sharp, A, B, D sharp, B. So the last thing I do there is I hit a C sharp, G sharp, C sharp in the bass, and then I start the arpeggio. E, G sharp, C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, E, C sharp, E, G sharp, C, E, G sharp, and then just roll the chord. So now from that ending there, we'll stop right there. we'll stop right there, and then if you want to download that music, I do have Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. I have it at LetterNotePlayer.com. I have a letter note version up to the point where we stopped. I show the arpeggios, and I've got the slash marks, how many times you do it, and then I've also got it in music notation. So actually I've got the whole Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata in music notation. So if you just want the notes, you can get the notes, or you can get the letter notes. And then I'll add to the letter notes in subsequent videos. I'll do another page and I'll add to the letter notes. Remember, in Beethoven, you can play the first three measures. You can play the first three measures and end with a C major, a C sharp minor arpeggio.